Hi guys, I'm back and today I'm going to be doing a video where you're going to be learning how to make a edible fish tank. This is a part 2 of the video, but before we get into that, I think I'm going to start doing like a pet rehab to show how my pets are doing. Now, sometimes I've done this before in previous videos, but when I do it, it's normally not all my pets. It's just the ones that I show on camera. But I'm going to try and show all my pets this time. That includes 3 cats, a dog, 2 hermit crabs, and a bunch of millipedes and roly-polies. This right here is David Bowie. And over here is Wednesday. They're identical twins. You can't see them. Wednesday and David Bowie. Okay, now to my dog Potato. But wait, I can't forget about October. He's my 3rd cat. October. He has a crooked ear on this side, and then his tail is shorter than normal and is crooked at the end. That happened, so we used to live in a canyon, where a canyon was, and he'd go into the canyon, but one time he came back and he only had like half of his tail. Not half, but less of his tail. He's fine though. Now to my dog Potato. The cats are doing fine, and yes, my dog's name is really Potato. Here he is. It's nighttime, so it's hard to see him. He's doing fine, except he does have a rash. A pretty severe rash. He's taking antibiotics and has to be cleaned with a certain kind of dog shampoo. But yeah, it's all scabbed up and bad, and he keeps itching it. But now that he went to the vet, he's doing great. Potato, come here. As he got older, he started getting more spots. The little spots around are new. And no, he's not really weird and skinny. The reason he's like this is because he's a Whippet mix. That's why he doesn't know what I'm doing. It goes in like that. Whippets are all like that. He's a Whippet mix though, so that's why he doesn't have a longer snout and his ears are different, and this is about as big as he's getting. Now outside to see the bugs. It just rained. Oh no. Is the tank flooded? Nope, it's not. I knew it was going to rain, so I put a specific lid on it. Tank's all the way down here. The lid's on it so that, has bricks on it, so that it doesn't drown the stuff inside. And it's doing okay, the stuff inside of it. The bugs are doing great. But the moss isn't doing that well. I think it's because I don't have enough time to spray it every day like it probably should be, to keep it moist. But other things and sprouts have been popping up. Not sure you can tell, but the leaves are still just coming up. It's springtime, spring 2020. And so you can see lots of the moss is gone, and I didn't take it out. I just put it back here because there are a few different kinds of beetles, and there's a roly-poly, another one, that like to bury in the moss, the dead moss. I'm not sure if you can see that, but there's there's another roly-poly, and there was also one of the beetles. A lot of the roly-polies stay under here. I think they've started to move out into other areas because they've eaten a lot of this, but there's still a pretty good amount in here. A lot of them have been starting to come under here. There's 2, and then a lot of them are in that leaf matter. I think I'm going to try and get some springtails in here to help clean up with anything dead. This moss thingy is doing actually really well. It's really interesting. I'm going to pick out these because they are some sort of other plant, and I really want this one to keep, this moss stuff to keep growing. So it needs to be very wet. So I have half of the tank as a more dry, not dry, it's still wet, but not as wet area, and then the other half is that. So I just spray all around it, and then I pour water here, and I don't pour water here. Water sucks up there so that it's balanced, but mostly the water gets here, and it's hard to tell, but it's actually on a hill, so yeah. The millipedes that I have are also in here. They just bury down. That's why I have the tank up so high and not with all the stuff, because the moss and stuff in here doesn't need deep roots, so I could just have it here, but that wouldn't be very good for my my bugs, so I have it here. That's pretty deep. It's almost half of the tank, and half of this tank is around 6 inches, so it's probably around like 4 or 5 inches, I'd say. I'm not good with measurements though. Another moss that's doing well is my star moss over here in the corner. A bit of it died, and it's somewhere in this big pile. I'm not going to go through it because there's animals there. But it actually started out sending out another one, because this is not from over here, but it's alive and it wasn't there. So these are definitely growing well. Under this rock, I don't think there's much. Yeah, but not much. Yeah. At one point in time, I saw eggs. I know that they're not roly-poly eggs because, duh, if you didn't know, roly-polies don't have eggs. So, yeah. And I did notice that over, here, why can't I show it? Over here, there's some little clovers, and my name's Clover, so, yeah, there's some creeping Charlie. Yeah. And, of course, the hermit crabs. But first, technically, these are alive, so there was a flash freeze. Our basil died over, and that was tomatoes. Those died. Rest is alive. I'm going to show them at the end of the video because I've already spent like 8 minutes 30 seconds on showing pets instead of showing how to make an edible fish tank. So I also made, when I did this, the mistake of uploading my video before I checked where it ended, because I'd been talking for a good 5 minutes with nothing playing. I'm guessing. I'm not sure because I didn't know. So, yeah. But I'm just gonna leave off where I think it was. If you see on the title of this video, went wrong, then it means that I started at the wrong area. If you don't, then I started at the right area. If you do see the went wrong and you're gonna make this, you're gonna want to start anyways at the start with the first video, and then I will be making a second video if I notice that it went wrong on a different, like, another video with the right starting, so that you can see how to properly make it, because some people will want to make this, possibly, who knows. So you need to take some of your things, and and turn them into fish. You cut them into fish. This is a faster version of what I was planning, but these are dry, so I have to make another one. But you stick a toothpick in it so that it's inside on each, it's in it on each side. Then take your honey. In the other video I explained why it's in this. You're gonna dip your thing in, and you'll notice it's gonna have extra honey. My stick always comes off when I do this, so you might want to watch out for that. Once you have it, you're going to take sprinkles, your orange sprinkles, or your dye. Not your dye, actually, don't do this if it's with your dye. And coat it in there. And there you have it. How to make one. So, I already have one made from the other video. I thought I was filming and I wasn't. But, anyways, if you're doing it with dye, then you won't put honey, you'll cut up, but you will cut up, what you do is you cut out the shape, you put it on the stick, and then you take your orange dye, or whatever colored dye you're using, and dip your finger in it, and then rub some dots on it, or a bit on it. So, that's what I did for my seaweed, which turned out pretty well. Seaweed I'm doing that with, but you could use sprinkles if you have them. Green sprinkles, but that would be kind of weird. So, the next step after you have your fish, is to figure out, first of all, what size you want them. So, for me, I'm going to have my fish, this one I already broke, be at the bottom, so this one's going to be farther at the bottom of my setup, like right here. Poke it all the way down. And then this fish, I made it so that it's kind of like it's swimming down. So I'm not going to cut this one or anything. I'm just going to keep it how it is and be going like this, going downwards. Like if they were going up to breathe and then going back down. Next part, you're going to cut your seaweed. So you don't have to make seaweed. You could do anything. I'm actually going to make a 3D plant, but I'm also going to put some seaweed. I'm not actually sure how the 3D plant's going to go, so I might end up not doing it. Just depends if I'm able to make it work. I've never done that yet. I haven't done that yet. Never done that yet. Okay, so there's my basic seaweed. Now to put the stick. It's pretty hard to get the stick to go all the way through it. Sometimes you have to cut off part of the bottom to make it more unflappy. It's pretty hard. So don't get upset if it doesn't work the first time, or if you have to make more than one. Okay, there it is. Now I'm not going to have it sitting like this with it up. So I'm going to end up breaking the stick so that that's left, and then I just poke it in. But yeah. Now for the dye, or if you're not using dye, your sprinkles. So you just take another container, drop a few drops of your food dye. I just did 3. Super simple. And then what you're going to do is actually dip your finger in it. Get some on your finger. Or if you don't want to get messy, then you can do something else. But figure out something else yourself if you don't want to get messy, because that's weird to me. I'm always messy. You're simply going to rub it on. Now for the other side. Now you really don't need to make it green, and you don't really need to do any of this stuff. I mean, you could figure out your own ways to do it, but again, you also don't need to be making a fish tank, an edible fish tank. Okay, so now I'm gonna break off most of the stick now that it's all nice and green. Let's do that. There we go. Now that's all that's left. And I'm gonna put that right here. There we go. Now I'm gonna cut out what I hope is gonna be my 3D plant. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing right now, so please don't expect it to be good. I started by just making this in the middle, little slit, and then I'm gonna make it kind of like, I don't know, spiky maybe? Yeah, like that. I hope this really works. I really do hope this works. If it doesn't, I'm going to be kind of upset. I know you can't see that, but there we go, my first one. Now to do my second one. Now I need to start by cutting around and then making a slit in the top. So more of these spiky thingies. I did a giant spike. Gonna have a random weird little giant spike in the middle. And then all these other ones. So far just like that. There we go. Now for the cut in the middle. Okay. I think this might actually work. Now I put them together. Please work. Oh my gosh, it worked. I have a 3D plant. This actually worked. I'm gonna have a big 3D plant right there. Like this. Maybe I should have made it smaller, but it works. I'm excited. Okay, so I'm gonna take this back apart and then put the dye on and then get on with the video. My favorite part of doing this is probably figuring out what your design's gonna be like. You probably don't know this, but I absolutely love making things. Or you might know that, but making setups. Like, I want a lot of pets, and I always, when I get pets, I mean, this is kind of often off, but whenever I get pets, like my hermit crabs per se, I like to change their tank a lot, which is hard for me because with the hermit crabs, it's good to change their tank every once in a while, but not every 3 days. So I have to try and resist doing exactly what I really want to do, which, if you haven't figured out right by now, is make a new setup. Like, I love imagining that and figuring out what I'm gonna do. So making these little edible ones is pretty fun. I'm gonna need some more food dye. Maybe my drops will work. So far it's almost done. They kind of look like pieces of grass by themselves. And I'm not really sure what to think about them when they're together, but it does look really cool. Okay. I'm gonna cut a little bit deeper. Not into this one, actually, into this one. Okay, and I gotta figure out how I'm gonna make this have a stick on it so that it'll go together. But it's definitely working. My idea is definitely working. Wow, I'm actually excited about this. I could make a video or something where I made a square bottom for a pineapple and made it look like a pineapple and then put this on the top. Okay, so it's gonna look like that. It's kind of crowded, so I think I'm gonna move the fish around a little and put this in the back. Take the fish out. And I'm also gonna take this out. Now I have to figure out how I'm gonna make a toothpick fit into this. I'm gonna try and take it apart again, and because this is the top one, stick this in the bottom. Like that, but inside. The problem is, this is from, wasn't like this before. There! Break off most of it. So there's just a little bit left. Put the top on. And my full thing is completely working. Yay. Okay, so last thing is, as you might see on this setup, there's little rocks. Those rocks are chocolate chips. Now you can use a lot of different things instead of chocolate chips. I'm guessing. I just can't think of anything. And I'm trying to stick on a sugar theme so that I don't end up with something that tastes horrible, because I'm going to be eating the one I make at the end. So what you're going to do with your chocolate chip, you definitely do not want white chocolate chips, because then you're just like screwed and you have nothing to do. My hands are green from that dye. I'm going to move this stuff over here so that the droppings don't fall on our stuff. Then I have to cut into them. You could also not cut and use like a knife. I just find cutting things so much more fun. Right now I'm shredding off a top so that it's not all wet round. It's super hard to do this on camera because I'm looking through a camera. And I'm using baby scissors because I need to do intricate things and not use giant fabric scissors. There. I think I'm going to just rub this because my hands are clean. I washed them before to make it look like it's worn down a little bit, but not too much. Here it is at the end. So now I have a little rock that I can put somewhere on it to keep it staying. Now, technically it won't keep it staying, but to help it, I have my honey. And now for the most fun part, at least to me, of all, setting it up. I have my plants, I have my gravel already on, my fish, my rock. I'm excited about this. I'm not sure how I'm going to stick this in. I think I'm going to just do this and then put the other on. And I'm going to put this in first. Right there. And then I'll put this right here. Push that in. It's already all the way in. Put the top on. It's kind of breaking, so I'm a little worried about that. But I guess it's okay. Next, my fish. So this is a smaller one, and that's gonna go right here. Topper, I think I'm gonna put this actually back here, like this. Stick that in there. Far, and for my last fish, which was at the top and is now going down. Gotta fix that there. There's gonna be I think right here. Well, maybe because that fish is going that way. I think I'm gonna make this one go this way. There we go. Yay, it's done. 3D fish tank. Okay, now the sticks make it look kind of weird, but I think I might have this going from back here this way. It's still fairly nice, I think. You might think it looks really bad, but I'm happy I did the 3D thing. And now, what you'll need is to put your lid on, so that your fish don't die, or you don't put a lid on. Okay, now for the part you've all been waiting for, eating it. I'm a little worried about eating this. Some of the things I used had some glitter from the craft table, which I'm filming on, but I'm actually kind of interested on seeing how it tastes. I ate one of the fish from this, and guess what I just remembered? I forgot to add my rock. So I just forgot about the rock. I'm just going to take a little bit of honey. I do think you'll notice by now I'm not worried about getting messy. If you are, then figure out what you're going to do. You just wipe it on there and put your rock somewhere. You can make more than one rock, like I did over here. In fact, I'm too lazy to make more rocks right now, so I'm going to take these off. The black sprinkles at the bottom are very, 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 dye-y. They turn things, they like dye things, so, yeah. My sister's, like, addicted to eating sprinkles. She'll just eat, like, them raw, or not raw because you don't cook them, but, like, by themselves. And one time today she did that, and then her face was, like, black. So, take precaution if you're going to eat your sculpture, which I'm very excited about doing. Okay, here it is with the rocks. Not sure if you can see them. No, you can't. They blend in too well. If I had white chocolate, I'd use those as an example. I have lots of lights for filming this on, facing towards where my light is, instead of just anywhere. And it still looks dark light, but you can barely see the chocolate chips. Okay, now for the moment you've all been waiting for, eating it. If you feel like I just said that, then congratulations, I did. This is what the bottom looks like. And there I go with the rocks falling off. Okay, I'm going to start by eating the fish. I'm going to eat the one down here first. Now, all of this is completely edible except for the sticks. Okay, let's eat it. First, I have to make sure you can see me. Yeah. It doesn't taste that good. It's like it tastes honey-like, and then it's really sugary, and then you taste the tortilla, and that's what makes it horrible. I'm going to eat the next fish. Yuck. Not that good. Honey. It tastes like sugar, and I can taste the tortilla. Ew. I'm dreading to imagine how these taste. Plants. Kind of sad to eat my 3D one, but I can make them again. I feel weird because I can't see if this is working or not, and I'm talking to a camera screen. Next one. It's a 3D one, and what I just tried was not that bad. The stick came in, but this is still here. It just tastes like tortilla. You can't taste the food dye. If you like normal tortilla, then you'll like this. Now I'm going to try the chocolate chips, which I absolutely already know I'm going to love. Dark chocolate. Good, obviously. This is what the end point looks like. Now I'm going to eat this, and I'm really not thinking I'm going to like it. I'm also thinking that I'm probably going to have some sort of black on me or whatever color it makes when it's watered down. You can see the little bits like here. I think you can see where that happened. So, yeah. Now, to taste it. I'm pretty worried about this, but I like the taste of the sprinkles a little, but they have a weird aftertaste. The bottom has sprinkles, but it looks like mold. Okay. I don't know why, but when you put honey with tortilla, or at least with this tortilla, it tastes stale. But I just tried the tortilla. I had some, well, in the making of this. Same exact tortilla, and it didn't taste stale. This is too gross to eat. Seriously. I bet my tongues turned color. And I'm sorry if you see food on it. Okay. Well, that was sort of fun. Except when I finally thought it actually wouldn't taste that bad. This thing, it started tasting horrible. I need some water for that. Thanks for watching the video. I'm going to quickly show the hermit crabs and then end it. Here they are. Dot dot and Starfire. Dot dot Starfire. Starfire. Here's Dot Dot. They're doing great. Watch my other videos to see the updates on the tank. Thanks for watching the video. Hope you liked it. I know it's kind of long, but if you watched to the end of this, and you made it, I hope it turned out well. And I think I'll suggest not trying to eat it. I mean, you definitely could, but not sure yours is gonna taste any better than mine. Not that you're bad, just they don't taste good. I think I might do another video like this, depending on if I can figure out one. I might do one with like a hamster, make some sort of hamster wheel and stuff on the bottom and some toys and a hide. Who knows? Maybe even a hermit crab thing. That would be extremely hard because I have no idea how to make a hermit crab thing, and they need lots of substrate, so I'd have to make like a super thick thing, and I'm not going to do that. So, probably not going to make a hermit crab one. But, hope you liked the video. Please try it. I hope you liked it. Have a nice day. Bye.